What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dobrunsky here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over 5 quality of life changes that were just introduced to Project Diablo 2 that are really just absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be very difficult for me to go back to playing original LOD just based on how amazing that they are. And for those that aren't really up to speed with what Project Diablo 2 is, of course I have multiple links in the description below if you want to check out their Discord, their Reddit page, or their wiki, kind of get up to speed on what this mod is all about, because it is dropping very shortly and I highly encourage you guys to check it out. It is a lot of fun to play. And for those that don't know, I will be streaming this mod. I stream twice a week on Twitch. Link is, of course, in the description below. So if you guys enjoy my YouTube content, maybe hit me up with a follow on Twitch. I'd really appreciate it. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let's jump in.
You're too late.
So the first quality of life change that I want to go over is some of the shift binds that have been added to Project Diablo 2. Now, some of these are in Path of Diablo, but kind of Project Diablo 2 took a little bit further and added a couple new ones, which are really, really cool. So just showing off here, the very first one is that you can shift, right-click, and then you can send stuff from your inventory to your stash, from your stash to your inventory. So this full helm, just like that. Just speeds things up, especially when you're transferring a lot of individual materials. And then you can do the same from your Heraldric Cube, which, by the way, is a little bit bigger than the standard one, which is another nice quality of life change. But let's just say I want to send these 3 rejuves, shift, right click, send them all, transmute, and then shift, right click, and I can send everything back. So that's another quality of life keybind, and then you can actually directly drop stuff from either your inventory or your cube using control left click. So, excuse me, control right click. So just an example here, here's this full rejuve, and here's this full helm. So control right click, you drop them directly from your cube or your inventory. Now, the next one that I want to show off is, I just think it's amazing. I just have identified so many individual items in Diablo 2 from Magic Fighting in single player or Battle.net, and I'm so used to just right-clicking on a Tomb of Identify, and then bringing this up, like your Identify arrow, and then identifying a claw. This is no longer a needed step in Project Diablo 2. You can shift, left-click, and you just automatically identify something. So just to show off here, here's the zombie head, shift, left click, boom. The next thing that I want to cover is stackable runes. Now, yes, this is just absolutely insane. You can stack individual runes on top of each other, kind of similar to your currency stash in Path of Exile. That's kind of like the best reference I can think off the top of my head. But just to kind of demonstrate here, I have Char rune and it says quantity 4. And you see this little kind of cross up here, that means that's a rune stack. So if I put this into my Heraldric Cube, and then I cube it, it splits them. So I still have this one. This is still a stacked Char rune with the cross. You can see it went down to quantity 3. And this is actually an individual Char rune because there's no kind of cross on it. That's just on its own. Now if I put that back in, transmute it, it is now a stackable rune again. It's quantity 1. And then I just put it on top of the other one. And then boom, you have quantity 4 again. That is amazing for Diablo 2. I mean, this is it been implemented in modern games of this type of genre, but it's just going to make a big difference, I think, for muling, considering, say, like, I don't know, maybe you keep, like, pull up, right? Like, you know, pull, ist, mal, you know, job, or whatever. You're just going to keep stacks. Individualized character stat screens is another really nice quality of life feature that's been introduced in Project Diablo 2. So you can bring it up by hitting the number 8 key. Now, I'm pretty sure you can rebind it to whatever you want, but just bringing it up here, it shows you your character name, your level, your resistances, absorption, damage reduction, a bunch of other things like base IR, defense, cast rate, hit recovery, crushing blow, life leech, just any stat that you need to know about your character is here. Now, I think the coolest feature of this character stat page is the breakpoints. Now, not only does it just tell you, or I should say, like previous versions of stuff like this, like Unpluggy or Path of Diablo, they will tell you your amount of FCR or FHR, but they don't actually show you the breakpoint. You have your individual breakpoint charts here for FHR and FCR for every character, so I just know right off the bat with my gear, I am in the 30 FCR breakpoint, and I need to get a little bit higher to get the 46, 68, 99, or 163, and the same with FHR. So you don't have to look up these breakpoints anymore, because some of them I do have memorized, like 63 FCR for the Sorceress, 105 FCR, but I don't have every single breakpoint memorized for every single character, and you don't really need to worry about that now because Project Diablo 2 has it taken care of. Now, another really cool addition to this is if I bring up my Mercenary, which, by the way, mercenaries can now have belts, boots, and gloves, so that on its own adds even more customization to mercenary gear. I'm currently using an Act 1 Cold Mercenary because it gives me a meditation aura, so it's just kind of a nice like upgrade to my Fire Druid early on. But if I hit the same keybind, it brings it up, but it's now for the mercenary. The next quality of life change that I want to showcase here is the way that they show the minimum and maximum values of affixes on rune words or rare items or side items or unique in PD2. So just showing off the crystal sword here that it rolled spirit in, for example, you can see that it rolls 25 to 35 FCR, and you can see that I rolled 26, pretty bad. And then vitality, mana, and magic absorb, you can on the fly compare the minimum and maximum values to what you rolled, just so you have an idea like how close you actually got to perfect. And again, same idea here for the rare boots, the enhanced defense, cold res, lightning res, and MF. It shows you the minimum and maximum values for all those rolls. And it also shows the item level, so you can see that this crystal sword is an item level of 33, so it fits in that 26 to 40 range that gives me a guaranteed 4 open sockets to roll the Runeward Spirit. That's actually a feature that has been introduced in Pluggy, but it's not on Battle.net, but they brought that into PD2, so I think it's really nice way of just kind of figuring out your max sockets for specific items as you're leveling and building up through the game. The final quality of life change that I want to showcase for PD2 is that the numeric value in your game title increases as you make new games. This might seem really minor, but it's a cool way of keeping track of the number that you're doing runs, but previous mods like Path of Diablo or Battle.net, you actually have to type in like CBL 1, CBL 2, CBL 3. It does it automatically for you in PD2, so it's kind of like a cool like kind of budget run counter, I guess. So just to showcase it here, you can see up in the top here, DB Druid 3. We'll do a quick Eldritch run here, and then we'll reset the game and I'll showcase. So there we go. DB Druid 3. Save and exit. Create new game. DB4. Your previous password is in, as well as the game description. This is where you put your servers. Now, if you go to the Discord, there's, I believe, 9 different servers, so you can pick one that's your best ping. But this automatically climbed up to DB4. Just create new game. One more time. We'll do one more run to show it off. It's just kind of nice if you're cycling a lot of games really quickly. You don't have to kind of retype and paste things in. It's nice for like group runs and stuff. Here you go. DB Druid 5, same PW, same server. Create new game. And it's just going to continue to count up like that for you. So say you're like key running, you're farming the Countess over and over again. You can actually count like, okay, I did like 50 Countess runs to get my 3 keys to do my Uber run. So I just think it's a really minor thing, but really cool when you're cycling games over and over again. You don't have to constantly, you know, backspace and change the number as you make new games. That's just not an issue anymore. Well guys, there you have it. That wraps up today's video. Just a quick one on 5 quality of life changes that have been introduced into Project Diablo 2. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below whether or not you guys really like these changes, don't really care, or just don't like them at all. I always like reading your guys' feedback in the comment section. And as always, if you guys could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube. I stream twice a week on Twitch, so a follow on Twitch and a sub on YouTube would be amazing. Other than that, guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll catch you on my next video or live stream. Peace out.